The fog had not lifted from London, and neither had the mystery. Inspector Hargrave now stood inside a dark warehouse near the Thames docks, face to face with Arthur Bennett, the same dock worker who claimed he had only discovered the body that morning. But something about his story didn't add up, because the dead man's notebook led directly here, and Hargrave was certain of one thing. Arthur Bennett knew far more about the crime in that alley than he had admitted. Arthur Bennett shifted nervously beside a stack of wooden crates. "I told you everything, Inspector," he insisted. "I simply found the man." Hargrave said nothing at first. Instead, he placed the small notebook onto a crate between them. "You recognize this?" Bennett's eyes flickered. Just for a moment, Hargrave noticed. "This address," the inspector continued, tapping the page. "This warehouse appears several times." Bennett swallowed. I work here, sir." "Yes," Hargrave replied quietly. "And the dead man knew that too." The inspector stepped closer. "In fact, I believe he came here looking for you." Bennett's face slowly lost its color. Finally, Bennett spoke again. His voice was lower now. "He wasn't supposed to die." Hargrave remained silent, encouraging the truth to surface. "The man in the alley, his name was Charles Whitmore," Bennett said. "A businessman from the city." Whitmore had been secretly investing in dock shipments. But according to Bennett, the investments were not entirely legal. Smuggled cargo. Hidden deliveries. Money exchanged quietly under the cover of fog. Whitmore had come to the docks that night to collect something he believed belonged to him. But the deal had collapsed. The argument in the alley had grown heated. "Someone else was there," Bennett whispered. Hargrave's eyes sharpened. "Who?" Bennett hesitated. "The man who wrote the letter." According to Bennett, the third man had arranged the meeting. A man who controlled the illegal shipments passing through the docks. When Whitmore threatened to expose the operation, the man panicked. The confrontation turned violent. Whitmore collapsed in the fog, and the killer disappeared into the darkness. Hargrave closed the notebook slowly. "Who is he?" the inspector asked. Bennett looked toward the warehouse door, his voice barely above a whisper. "Someone powerful, Inspector. Someone who owns half the docks." Outside, the fog rolled across the Thames, and Hargrave realized something troubling. This crime was no longer a simple murder. It was the beginning of something far larger. The man who arranged the midnight meeting was still free. And if Bennett was telling the truth, the killer was someone the entire dock district feared. But Inspector Hargrave had solved darker mysteries before, and he was determined to uncover the truth hidden within the fog of 1898 London. No matter how powerful the killer might be. If you enjoy historical mysteries like this, subscribe to the channel, because in the next episode, we uncover the identity of the powerful man behind the docks, and the shocking reason Charles Whitmore had to die.